Welcome back to Shortstops and Sunsets. Hopefully you've seen one or two of these before. If you're new, welcome. Welcome to the people that are back, obviously, as well. Any subscribers, if there happen to be any yet, much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you can relate, if any of this resonates with you, that's fantastic. Share your experiences with me in the comments. Whether you're seeing the same things as me, you're getting a different experience, any tips, any pointers, anything you'd want to pass on to anybody that's in the same boat as myself, yourself. You know, we all have favorite cards we're looking for, but you run into other stuff, and you know, hopefully we can help navigate each other through what the stuff you get that you're not expecting, you don't necessarily want, in your pursuit of getting the things you do want. So in any case, we're a few episodes in here. Latest purchase is a Topps Baseball Series 2 from 2018. This was found at the local Walmart. It was $19.99. Again, I haven't delved in. I'm a little naive here still. I know there's some rookies from that year, like the Acuna, and a few others that you can keep an eye open for. I don't know if they're in Series 2 or not. I think the Acuna is. So, in any case, this is what the package is. 10 packs plus one MLB Independence Day commemorative flag patch card. I think I've seen one of those before. In case you haven't seen the box, so you can get an idea of what it is. 101 cards. Give it a shot, see what we got in here, whether this is worth it. Again, this is from Walmart. Since I've been back doing this, I have not gotten anything other than the 2019s. I take that back. I do have that hot corner box that started it all on here, and but again, that wasn't anything new. They were kind of some older cards. My experience with 2019 so far has not been stellar. It's actually have not seemed to get too much, but I want to take back something. I didn't think there was much to the that last pack that I got. Turns out that Evolution card, the Cleats one, was pretty cool, and I think it's worth a couple of bucks. I don't know if it's something I'll hang on to. I put it aside for now. I have opened a couple of other packs, and sorry, I had to pull it off screen for a second to get this started. It's well sealed, which is always a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Any case, let's dive into here without ruining it, preferably. All right, so there you go. Contents of the box. Probably coupons, I assume. More coupons. There you go. Again, I purchased a single pack of the new ones, and that fat pack of 34 went from I think $5.99 down to $4.99. If that's any incentive to go out and pick up a pack. Again, mileage will vary what you get. Look for the other video on here of me unboxing that. So here we go. What we got here is exclusive MLB Independence Day commemorative patch card. We'll obviously open that one up last. Why get that out of the way now and blow it all, right? So we'll start going through these, see what we end up with, see if there's anything cool in here. So put those aside, get cracking here. Kind of a little background. In South Florida now, but have not been in South Florida my entire life. Originally from New York. As I said, I had collected initially in the 70s and early 80s, stopped collecting in 82. Grew up a Yankees fan initially. That's what was on TV. There was no cable or anything to really choose from. So growing up in New York, that was it. And I grew up a Yankees fan. 70s Yankees were fantastic to me. You know, I had my share of Reggie bars, let me tell you. Not a big guy, but that was out there, and they were tasty. It wasn't just it just wasn't a gag. It was pretty good stuff. But Thurman Munson is where it kind of began and ended with me. He was always my favorite player. Living in upstate New York, and by upstate I don't mean Long Island, Westchester, up that area. I'm just talking about up towards Buffalo area, and where it was easy to go see the Jays. So when they came about, I got a chance to see them at the old stadium, and they beat up on my Yanks, something fierce. And I got some autographs that day. I think Chris Chambliss, maybe Roy White, something like that. In any case, maybe I'll dig those off for one of these videos. But in any case, they beat them, and that was really the first major league game I saw. Before that, I had seen some minor league games, and back then a lot of the major league clubs would play the minor league team before the season started or sometime during the season. And that was my only exposure to the major leagues. So when I saw that, and they beat up on my Jays, and Thurman Munson had passed, unfortunately, at that point, I became a Jays fan, and since then I've been a Jays fan. Now there's not a lot to collect if you're a Jays fan, but nevertheless, they've had some high points. The Hallidays and the 90s, early 90s teams are fantastic, and they've had some flashes since. But in any case, just a little background for you there. So let's dive in here and see what we got. Again, nothing too crazy yet. Again, these are 2018s, the Series 2 tops. Okay, here we go. Orlando Arcia, numbered gold. So that's kind of cool. Derek Jeter, instant impact. Aaron Judge, so that's great. That's pretty cool to see. Xander Bogaerts, not bad. Mayhew, and so not too bad for one pack. Again, first pull, Judge, which is really cool, and Jeter, and a numbered Orlando Arcia. So get that off to the side. On to pack number 2. Hopefully, if anybody's opened any of these lately or opened up a box of these themselves, interested if they're getting the same experience. Josh Bell. Chad Binder. Doctor. Dynamic Dodgers. Again, see, he's, I think, for the first opening day in a number of years, at least a decade, he's not going to be their opening day starter this year. I'm not sure if that's the 2 games this week are going to be in Japan. I don't know if that counts those really to opening day, whether it's one of those games or not. But in any case, it's a shame. He was really dominant back in his day. It's a shame to see him kind of tailing off. But he could reinvent himself. You know, if he becomes more of less of trying to overpower and kind of gets his control woes, which is kind of his problem anyway. If he can get that under control and become a control guy and maybe able to extend his career, which would be nice, because he really was a good pitcher during his day. Let's see what else we got here. Davison. So, nothing too great there. Not quite the excitement of the first pack. Move on to number 3. Spring training is one nice advantage of living down here. I've been to several of the games. Everything's within driving distance. You can usually find a handful of teams within, a few hours. That's a bonus. If you've got the time, you can try to obviously get signatures in spring training. It's not too tough. It's tough. Obviously, during the games, you can't get anything. But a lot of the stars don't play an entire game. They'll come in for depending on where it is in the preseason. Early on, they play less innings. As it gets towards the end, they play a lot to make sure they're in game shape. And then the last, half week or so, they tail off and get rested and get ready for the season. But especially as a lot of teams have a series closer to home. In the case of the Jays, they often play a game in Montreal, which is always great. Especially Vlad last year, Vlad Jr. I saw him earlier in spring training this year before he got hurt, and he looked fantastic. I don't see the power quite yet. I see the contact. I see a line drive hitter for right now, and it wouldn't surprise me the first couple of years of his pro career that he's more of a doubles, 25 to 30 home run type guy. He's got just scorching power, but it's a lot of line drives right now, which isn't a bad thing. That'll win you games. So, again, put some guys around him in the order. He'll be fine. Hopefully he gets over his, I think it was an abdominal or oblique strain. Hopefully he gets by that and can make an April, May call up, and that would be fantastic to get him up in the lineup. So I know there's those service issues, as there always is, but it's nice for the Jays to have somebody like that coming up. Again, we got Bo Bichette and Kevin Biggio. It's got quite the legacy team brewing down there. I'm hoping a lot of them pan out there. There's a lot of talent between the three of them. So anyway, let's go on with the next pack here. Stevenson. Again, I'll go kind of slow in case you haven't seen some of these before. That way, see the pictures. The photography is pretty good. Okay, this, Sandy Koufax. It's like an art type of card here. Not sure what that is. Pretty cool though. And now it looks like we got a throwback type of card. I know the 2019s are doing the 84s. I don't know if this is what 83s would look like back in the day. Villanueva, Christian Villanueva. Pretty cool. It's first to seeing these. I haven't seen any of this series before. Another Aaron Judge. That's pretty good. Tough to go wrong with him these days. Beckham. Albert Pujols. I got another guy back in. He's winding down his career, but fantastic. Ooh, look at that. He's got a little. He's not quite the shape he used to be in, but fantastic player. He still manages to put up respectable stats. He isn't quite to the point where he, shouldn't be out there. So it's good to see him still playing. And yeah, Dwight Smith Jr. Okay. On to the next pack. Let's see here. Probably should have put some of these aside. This is supposed to be how many packs? Let's say 101 cards. Okay, didn't see how many packs. All right, so what do we got here? Ohtani. There we go. Perfect. Now that's a pretty good pull. Nice. All right, enter Chacin. A guy that used to be, again, like a lot of guys ended up going from Toronto to the Brewers. I don't know what it is. They tend to swap players a lot. Guys going back like Olerud. There's always been quite a few. It's a pretty cool picture. Old Melky, another guy that's been pretty resilient over his career. Chris Young. Again, these future stars. Paul DeJong. So, nothing too great there. It's not too bad, though. I mean, there's been some nice pulls. The Ohtani was nice, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Quite a few packs there. Is this, again, one of the things I haven't done in decades, which was cool, is opening packs again. Especially like this configuration here, it doesn't lose their packs. So you get that kind of getting able to go through something again and a little bit of a thrill to it. Always nice. That was always something kind of special. That, you know, hopefully you get something that you were looking for. Carlos Perez. Nice. Ohtani. That's looks to be a chrome of some sort, so that's pretty cool. Another one. That's 2 packs in a row with an Ohtani, so that's pretty cool to see. Legends 502 home run Williams. Again, I am naive to what these cards are, how significant they are. Pretty cool. Ted Williams, obviously, his standing in the baseball community. The predominant hitter of all time. Legends. Rhys Hoskins, good player, very good player. Got to see him play this spring. Addison Russell. Another good player. They got a lot of good players on the Cubs. Just another one of them. Jose Arena. Good pitcher. All right. Move on to the next pack. A couple of Ohtanis in a row. That was kind of cool. Try not to butcher these cards too much. Okay, Blake Snell, pretty good. He's a good pitcher. Panning out for the Devil Rays. Or not the Devil Rays anymore, the Rays. Kohler. Liam Hendricks. Two stars. Nolan Mazzara. Pujols. Again, we saw his card just a little bit earlier. Jones. Garza. Okay. Fantastic. Nothing too great there. Still, this hasn't been bad at all. Honestly, wasn't sure what to expect so far. A couple Judges, a couple Ohtanis. You know, could be worse, I suppose. I'm not sure what the big cards are. Besides, Acuna would be nice. Don't think we've seen one in these yet. Rosario. And again, that's one of those throwback cards. And here it looks like we got an Aaron Judge. I don't know if this is like a variation. King of the Derby. Okay, so it's probably in one of the series of those. Jason Haywood. Alright. Slowly winding down the pile here. Alright. Hopefully you're still along here. Now there are several like flea markets in town. I saw the Jab family go. Jab family, I guess it is true. And the brothers happened to go to a bunch of them. I am curious about that. I have not tried that. Like I said, I've only been doing this back a couple months again, and that hasn't, it just hasn't worked out yet, though I certainly want to, and I'd be curious, and I'll share what I come up with at those. All right. So, Jorge Soler. 2018. Derek Jeter. Shortstop, 2018. Interesting. Odor. That's pretty cool. Not one of the favorite players if you're a Jays fan, but again, that was a great series. Great series. It turned out, it is what it is. We didn't get what we needed out of it from Jay's point of view, but it was still pretty good nonetheless, and certainly renewed a rivalry between those two teams for sure. Greinke, Arrieta, and Vargas. Okay, well, it's kind of stalled here at the end, to be honest with you. It started out really hot. Had kept the momentum going. This would have been a heck of a box. Nothing. I gotta look at those. I mean, certainly there's been some nice ones. I have no idea of what consequence, but I was hoping to find a Acuna as one of the ones. Ohtani, I know. Judge, I'm sure, is a nice pull. Right, get going on this one here. Cubs, yeah. Mark McGuire, instant impact. Another Judge. Escobar. Yeah, nothing too great. And Freddie Freeman. Again, a fine player. Fantastic player, actually. Very solid, very consistent. Again, look good on any team. Braves are lucky to have him. The Braves are really turning into a great team. They've kind of rebuilt and over the last few years quietly assembled both a nice staff and a nice team on the field. So kudos to them. I imagine we're going to be seeing them, a lot more of them. Another King Felix. Corey Seager. A solid player. Rosario again. Nothing too great in here. So we are down to the commemorative Independence Day patch. Let's see what we end up with here. One exclusive MLB Independence Day patch. Another patch. Let's see what we get here. Congratulations. Bryce Harper. Alrighty then. Okay, well that could be worse. There's only a few names that I'd probably want to pull out of here, and that would probably be one of them. So that is pretty cool. For the save. Anyway, I mean, in general, it wasn't too bad. That's pretty cool. Digging on that. I mean, there was a couple early on from the first pack. I mean, I pulled aside a couple of these. Another Judge, Rosario, throwback card. Ohtani, pretty cool to see that. Another one, another Judge. Going away, Koufax. Yeah, some of these are just nothing too special there, but let's see here. Conforto. Yeah, it kind of went in spurts. So, there it is. 1999, again, 2018. That was fun. I mean, when you get that many cards, you're bound to run into something, I suppose, when you've got 100 cards. So again, this is the Walmart 1999. There it is. Topps Baseball 2018 Series 2 10 packs. Oh, there it was, 10 packs. Plus 1 Independence Day commemorative flag patch card. That was pretty cool. I could see me possibly doing this one more time. That was, you know, reasonably affordable, and there was enough in there that made it fun. It was lopsided, but if you have packs that were that loaded, you know, maybe you get hot and on a run and get a box full of them. So, in any case, that was pretty fun. A lot of cards, a lot of packs to open, and again, it was something I always dug growing up, was opening the packs. I like that really crappy gum tube, but not so much these days, so I'm glad they don't put it in there still. I guess that's why they're not called bubblegum cards. And any case, this has been Shortstops and Sunsets. At some point, I'm sure I'll be sliding in sunrises, but we'll keep it simple. So, in any case, verdict. There you go. Any case, wouldn't be Shortstops and Sunsets without a sunset, so cue the sunset. Thanks again. Subscribe.